Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review, and right now I'm here to talk to you guys about Bleeding Through's brand new album, Love Will Kill All, out May 25th on Sharp Tone Records. And it's been 6 very long years since The Great Fire was released, so I'm sure fans are really excited, really looking forward to this album, especially when you consider the first 2 singles, Set Me Free and Fade Into the Ash. Those 2 songs really open everybody's appetite to what this album could possibly offer. So let's get right into it. The album has 12 tracks, it's 38 minutes in length, but the first track of the album is really an intro track that bleeds into Fade Into the Ash, which is the second track of the album. And I really like what they did there, because the first track of the album, you have Brendan just speaking, and you have this keyboard really ominous, almost like Alfred Hitchcock vibe to it. It's so ominous. It has, to me, it's really hard to pinpoint the kind of vibe that the keyboard has in this song and then throughout the album, because it's a mixture of church, horror, and Alfred Hitchcock movies. When you put all of those 3 things together, you really get what the keyboard melody in this intro is and how it's going to be used throughout the rest of the album. But I really like this intro into Fade Into the Ash, because it's such a cool way to start the album. It almost feels like a narrator telling a story, really giving you what to expect from the rest of the album. And then when you have that keyboard melody in the background, that melody continues into Fade Into the Ash. So the 2 songs are really meant to be heard together, because one is really the continuation of the other. And it's such a perfect way to get started with this album. And since I'm on the keyboard topic, I really have to say that the keyboard in this album was used really more. To me, it felt that it was used more to set the surroundings of the album, to set an atmosphere, to set a sense of togetherness of the album, more than it was to set melody. I really feel this way about this album. I really feel that the keyboards were not used. I mean, obviously they give melody to the songs, they create cool bridges in the songs. The keyboards are used in a very smart and elaborate way, but I really feel that the main point of using the keyboards in the songs throughout the album was really to give it atmosphere, to give it ambiance. That's the perfect word, to give it really ambiance to the album. And that is obvious in the intro track, and it'll become more obvious as the album moves along. And I really feel also that they used the keyboard, and the tone and the style of playing of the keyboard was really connected to the lyrics of each song specifically. And I'll give you guys an example. There's a song called Barry, and in that song, the keyboard melody really sounds almost like a funeral keyboard melody. It sounds very church, very funeral-like. And it really adds, once again, it adds to the ambiance, it adds to the atmosphere of the song, and it adds to what the lyrics are telling you in that song. I really like how they did that. To me, it's obvious that there is the melodic aspect of the keyboard and the melody that it brings to the songs. Yes, nobody will deny that. But to me, the main effect of the keyboards in each song is really to create ambiance and atmosphere, and really become the soundtrack, if you will, of the story being told by the lyrics of the song. Now, that takes me to my next point, which is Brendan's vocals. Absolutely top-notch vocals. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed his harsh vocals. I enjoyed his clean vocals. But I really want to pinpoint on the harsh vocals, because to me, you really felt that he was really feeling what he was singing. It really felt like he was coming from a deep place within. I really felt anger and violence in his vocal delivery. And when you're listening to him in each song, he really brings those songs home. It really gives you a sense that there is more to that song than just singing the lyrics, that those lyrics are really coming from a deep place within, a really dark place from within, and that adds great volume to the songs and great volume to the album. And speaking of volume, they use Marta's vocals sporadic throughout the album, specifically more on choruses, to really give extra layers to that chorus. Her female vocals in the background, combined with the ambiance that the keyboards give, really creates this sense of darkness, this sense of horror, this sense of really despair and not knowing what is around the corner. I really like that. It gives this whole album to me is drenched in Alfred Hitchcock. It really is. This album could totally be a soundtrack to one of his movies, because it just really gives you that sense of being uneasy, not knowing what's coming around the corner, and really putting her vocals as it's very subtle. You really have to pay serious attention to really notice her vocals and some spots and how they're used, but it really adds volume when they're used. It adds darkness. I really like it. Really, really well done. As far as drumming and guitar playing, I mean, the album is top notch. Really good drumming, really good guitar riffs. Some songs really heavy riffs, some songs more melodic riffs, and then there is some grooviness to the guitar playing. The album is musically really well-rounded, really well put together, and really well done. I was really impressed, and I really liked it. Now, as far as favorite songs are concerned, there are 3 songs that spoke to me the most, and that was Set Me Free. That's one of them, first single to come out, my favorite track of the album, because I just feel like it's a pure, aggressive, and violent song. It just has so much emotion, it has so much youth in it, it has such a sense of all of us at some point in time in our lives feel like we need to be set free from whatever are the chains of life that really hold us down, and this song really speaks to me at a lyrical level. But then there's incredible keyboard melodies to it, super hooky chorus, super catchy chorus. I mean, you're singing along without even noticing. And I really like the vocal delivery in this song. I really like how he uses his voice, specifically in certain parts of the chorus, to say the word "set me free." And he says it with such darkness, with such horror, with oh my god, it's just unbelievable. This song has all those different components, everything that I really enjoy, and it's by far one of my favorites of the album. Another one of my favorites is Fade Into the Ash, second single to come out. The drumming in this song is absolutely brutal and devastating, but it's really what caught my first attention when I saw this song, when I heard this song, was really that drumming and how devastating and how brutal it was. But then you realize that Brandon's clean vocals, and in this song, Martha's vocals in the background in the chorus really add melody and layers. And this is one of those that I really advise you to really pay attention to, because you can really hear her vocals very subtle in the background in the chorus and really adds to it. Obviously, the keyboard melodies in this song that carry on from that intro track into this song really has that funeral church vibe to it that adds that ambiance and darkness to it. And you see that in the intro track, you see that in Fade Into the Ash, which is right the second song, and you'll see that throughout the album. And to me, that is one of the highlights of the album. Now, another song that has grown on me, it's like the more I hear this song, the more I enjoy it, and it's called End Us. Such cool guitar riff, and the cool guitar riff is layered with the keyboards, and the two are almost in parallel with each other, and that it creates such a groove, a grooviness. It's just unbelievable. It's really hard to describe this song until you really listen to it. But the keyboards and the guitar melodies in this song coming together, very interconnected, very layered. It's really an anthem song as well. I think it's one of those songs that would really work well in a live setting. I would be very surprised when these guys go on the road if they don't include End Us as part of their set list, because as layered as the keyboards and the guitars are in this song, and as melodic as they are, because there is some really cool melody when those two come together. There's really some cool melody to this song. This song really feels like an anthem. Feels like a song where you know, get your shirts off, your fists pumping, the horns up. It's one of those live anthem songs that really work. It works in the studio setting, but I think it's really going to work in a live setting, and it's going to be really over the top in a live setting. But to me, I go back to the layered keyboard and guitar melody in this song. To me, that was the selling point. I'm a person that loves melody in music, and I like when the melody creates darkness and creates horror. And in this song, the keyboard and the guitars together, they really give you that in bunches, and it's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. This, to me, overall, is a great album. Really excited about it. I really enjoyed it. Really, really good all-around album. You know, including the factors that I said of the keyboard really creating the ambiance of the tracks. I really enjoyed this album. Really well done. Really liked it. I liked vocals. I liked everything. There was not one single aspect of this album that I didn't enjoy. But now I want to hear from you guys. What do you have to say? What are your thoughts? What do you think about this album? What are your favorite songs? Which ones you enjoy the most? Please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be reading your comments and letting you know my thoughts. See you guys.